Hey, what's going on, everybody? As promised, I know it's a little bit late in the evening, but as promised, I got a package today. So let's see what it is. Ta-da! All right. So first and foremost, I'd like to thank my friends over at Tatsu Hobby. I'll put the link down in the description. They have some great deals. Customer service cannot be beat. I love SMS products. They have a tendency of, if something is great, they make it freaking awesome with their modifications and everything. And Tatsu Hobby is actually super cheap on their prices. In some cases, on some of the things I've gotten, it's actually cheaper than buying from SMS direct. Plus, they're based out of San Jose, here in California, where I am. Probably about a 3-hour drive from me. But even ordering, the shipping is lower. It's still cheaper than if you ordered it direct from SMS. So, let's pop this open and see what we got. Alright, sorry about that. I had to actually put it down because the box was too big for me to one-hand it. So, yes, as you can see here, I got the 1/35th scale SMS version unicorn Gundam head. And so here we have some nice glossy photos. Some nice water slides. More water slides. Let me see if I can get this to focus in. Turn it around. Alright, so there are those. Now, I actually haven't opened this until I showed you guys. I got it today at work, delivered in the mail. So you're seeing it at the same time I'm seeing it. So the instructions. Some nice pictures, parts layout, directions on how everything goes. Now, I know this is based off of the Grand System models version, which it actually has a motor so that it will flip, rotate, and change modes. But I actually like this one better because there's I know there's added detail parts, metal detail parts. They changed some things up that were solid on the Grand Systems and made them clear, which I will show you guys. I might do a power build on this and just do a prep up and everything just this week, something different to work on. I'm going to get some of this stuff out of the way so I have some room to spread out. Alright, so here is sheet number 1. Now, as far as I know, I've never had like a Neo Grade original, but as far as I know, SMS is one of the first ones. Some people consider them recasters. I don't. In most cases, you know, the quality of their casting is actually far superior to the original. I can say that for the SASB conversion. I've had those, and I've seen the Neo Grade version, and I actually liked the SMS a lot more. And I'll do an actual layout of the parts here, but you can see just as in the package. Clear faceplate, more clear parts. I'm going to show you in a different video, probably Wednesday when I get paid. I'm going to show you how you can take your clear parts like this and tint them instead of painting them with, let's say, clear red, clear blue, however you want to do that. It's a trick I learned a long time ago. I used to work in the optical field, so It's basically the same thing that we used to do when making eyeglasses and tinting them gray, green, whatever color that you wanted them. Okay, so here's the first sheet. And like I said, I'm going to do another video of the actual parts layout and everything. Here is the top of the head. Sorry, it would help if I was pointing the camera at what I was looking at instead of looking at it and pointing the camera off in some far direction. And let's see here. And let's see. Focus in. So we have photo etch parts. Let's do a shakeout here real quick. Battery box. Eek. Runaway spring. Hoses. If you wanted to, you could probably add a motor in, but this is the mechanism for doing the switchover from normal to destroy mode. All the wiring, LEDs, your switch. Looks like it's got a power connector on there. Nuts and bolts, some more springs. And this is what's really great that the original did not have. Metal detail parts. And I cannot get this open to save my life one-handed. So there's, let me get it out of the direct light. RX-0, Gundam Unicorn. That looks to be the bottom plate. And a little bit closer up. So that's really cool. And I'm pretty sure, I'm used to, they usually have a, because it looks all scratched up, like a clear coating over that. And then, looks like last but not least, we have the base parts. Alright, so I will do another video of the actual parts layout. So I got all the parts unbagged, and I threw together the wiring real quick, just because, well, you have to see what it looks like. And where's this stupid on-off switch? So you got the on-off switch. Now these two lights will go into the base, and as you can see, they shift colors, which is kind of cool. And these lights are really bright on the camera. See if I can turn them down. There. Okay, so you've got 5 lights for the actual head. And there's a switch here. So when you switch in between versions, it'll actually shut it off. So when you have it in unicorn mode, just the 2 lights for the eyes are on, giving it the red glow. I'm assuming, yes. And then when the switch is depressed, all the lights end up coming on. I'll fiddle around with it, find out more later. Anyway, it's so dark in here, it's kind of scary. Trusty Rockstar. Okay, so a quick overview. I've got everything all laid out. Let me actually stand up. The only things that I didn't pull out are all the aluminum shafts and pieces like that, because I didn't want them rolling away. The clear eye covers, the head Vulcans, and some screws, detail parts, again because I didn't want them misplaced. Some more screws, springs, etc. I haven't actually gone over the instructions. You've probably seen more just watching the video load with the pictures I took than I actually have looked down myself. I haven't taken this out just because there are a couple of loose pieces in here and I didn't want them misplaced. So here's an overview. You've got the base, which there's actually 3 pieces like so. Lighting will go underneath that. You've got the battery supply, I believe on one side. Oh, on the back here you can hook up, it does have, for the wiring, it does have, so you can hook up a regular power supply and not do by battery power. Let's see here. So this is part of the head. Details seem to be real nice. I've gone over and looked at most of the things, and there are you know, of course there are some blemishes that will need to be cleaned up. Nothing is perfect, especially when it comes to resin. It's not like the Bandai kits where, you know, they're press molded and everything is the same, steel molds and so forth. Like you'll see some seam lines, things like that. I have to go over the instructions, see what's covered up, what's not. Sometimes what seems like an ugly seam line is actually another part fits to it. And here's another thing, I catch a good view on the light. Now you catch the really shiny part, that is actually mold release. So you definitely want to wash these in something like Purple Power. Even if you don't have access to that, OxyClean works really well. Just leave it in there, let it soak overnight, scrub it down with hot water, should be good to go. Now, I know that I rave about SMS kits. Another thing, if it doesn't come with the little card with the serial number, quality control sticker, more than likely it's not. If it doesn't come in this gold color resin, more than likely it's not. I personally love this resin to death. It doesn't give me any issues. But it does have a texture, and there's a seam line you can see right there. They'll need to be filed down. Like I said, they're not perfect. Like here's a good one. So you've got this one, that the hole's perfect. This one, there's like a blob of resin in there. We'll just drill it out, fix that, not a big deal. But every one of these pieces will have to be sanded down by hand to get that texture off there, and you can see exactly what I'm talking about right there. But the resin is soft enough, it's really simple. Using the sandy pads that I use, the sandpaper shouldn't be a problem at all. Usually comes out baby smooth once you get it down there. But again, if you don't like sanding and you don't like elbow grease, so on and so forth, these aren't really for you. This is more, you've got time to sit, chill in front of the TV, watch old Gundam videos, TV, whatever, just chill with your wife, which is what I do. And sand, and here is the metal detail parts. There's not a lot of them, but some cool ones. And I am betting these are for the eyes, side vents, things like that. What else have we got? Oh, the clear parts. Okay, so this is all the clear parts. Now, these are going to have to be sanded down. I will show you the progress on that. This is the face mask, and I left this one down here instead of up with the head. And I really need to get the hang of doing my own thing and not watching the camera screen while trying to do this, because I'll never end up getting it. So the flash does need to be cleaned off, the sprue thing. It's not going to sit on there. But there's for that. The chin piece is clear. By the time I'm done, I will end up sanding these down. It will be butt smooth, without any blemishes or anything on there. I will keep polishing it down until I hit about the 4000 grit, and then we will tint them and see how that turns out. Tinting doesn't always end up working, but I'm really hoping on this one that it does. Now, as I showed you on this, yes, I panicked because, oh, it looks all scratched, but peel that off. Ooh, all nice and shiny and clean and clear, and I will put that back on there and put this away up on the shelf. Now, the only thing that I did see, and is on this corner, there are some scratches because there was not a clear sheet on this, and this was sitting on top of it. So during shipping, it slid around and scratched that up. I will fix that. I might even do a new piece of plexi on there or something, or tint it. May not even end up seeing it. But other than that, I am really pleased with this. I will probably sit in front of the TV and watch Mob Wives tonight and start trimming off the flash and everything on these. And I'm going to see if I can't do a mock-up just this week, just to at least have it on the shelf. I've got, it's not mocked up, but it's ready to. I've got a 1/24th strike sitting there, and I think I got something else coming. I'm not sure. You might have to stay tuned and find out. Other than that, I will talk to you guys later. Have a great one.